Askreddit Asks, you're in a world where everything is the same, but it's illegal for minors to appear in movies and TV, so adults have played all the roles of children in everything. What do you watch first?
Basically every commercial for toys ever made.
My first thought was kids commercials and also live-action kids programs like Barney, for example. Diaper commercials would be very weird to watch.
1 to 877 Cars for Kids, sang by the J.G. Wentworth Chorus.
Kindergarten Cop.
Steve Buscemi as The Boys Have a Penis, Girls Have a Vagina, Kid.
I went to school with one of the girls that played a kindergartner in that movie. I honestly didn't believe her when she told me and had to rent it from the video store just to confirm.
Kinda on the same note. I was thinking Daddy Daycare. Home Alone.
Starring Bruce Willis as Kevin McAllister.
Starring present-day Macaulay Culkin as Kevin.
Home Alone starring Sylvester Stallone. I call it Home Stallone. I'm Living Stallone. I'm Living Stallone.
Peter Pan would be a bit weirder. All this talk about never growing up while being grown. Edit. I know in theater they're usually played by adults, but this is about movies. I was more thinking of like, imagine The Rock in a little leafy tunic.
Well, we already have a Peter Pan movie where he is old.
It just occurs to me that for some of these they'd probably do what they do on stage, cast adult women as teenage boys. Kathy Rigby managed to play Peter Pan for 30 years.
Harry Potter. A bunch of adults saying they're 11.
An adult just saying the words troll boogies. Danny DeVito as Harry Potter.
It's kinda weird how we get actual 11-years to play children in movies but get 20-years to play teenagers in high school.
Goonies.
That was my first thought. Except this isn't an alternate world. You know, we'd all watch a remake of Goonies using the current adult cast.
It exists. It's called Lord of the Rings.
Big. Edit. Wow. Thanks for the gold.
My first thought, Kindergarten Cop would get pretty weird too.
The Little Rascals.
Ooh, I got this. Jim Parsons as Alfalfa. Sean Astin as Spanky. Megan Fox as Darla. Samuel L. Jackson as Stymie. Donald Glover as Buckwheat. Jonah Hill as Porky. Channing Tatum as Froggy Edit. Revisions and additions. Eddie Murphy as Buckwheat. Farter Travis as Spanky. Michael Cera as Aha.
AZOOGA.
The Sandlot.
You play ball like a girl.
Some MLB team, maybe the A's, reenacted a scene from The Sandlot this past year. Would recommend watching if you want a taste for what that movie would be like.
I would expect a large wave of famous midgets.
Peter Dinklage becomes the most sought-after actor in the world.
No more garbage midget reality shows is a bonus.
As if he isn't already?
Disney Channel TV shows.
Hannah Montana. The 42-year-old teen pop sensation is also Miley Stewart. The 42-year-old teen. URL redacted, E79PU5Bell_8, is iCarly recreated by a group of adult men. Actually, most of those shows are already done by young adults, very few are actual kids.
Baby S Day Out starring Morgan Freeman in diapers.
Goo goo gaga. I appear to have sold my diaper. I'll need a change.
I had that thought too. Any movie with a naked or diapered baby would get interesting. And Look Who's Talking would be really weird.
Revenge of the Sith, so I can see Vader kill adult younglings.
Phantom Menace with an adult playing Amazon would be neat. Edit. Meant Anakin. The Force is not with autocorrect.
I slaughtered them like animals. Not just the men, but the women and the other men too.
Not just the men, but the women and some shorter men, too. Cheaper by the dozen. Could have gotten interesting. A house with 12 adults pretending to be kids. Not sure how that would go.
That would be hilarious. There's an opening scene that comes to mind of a montage of the mom at work, and it's progressing through the years with more and more kids piling up. That scene with 12 adults? I'd pay to see that.
Dawson's Creek. Never mind.
I feel so weird even remembering that show. I got to where Pacey was having an affair with the teacher and I was like, this is too adult for me. Lee.
I always mix up Dawson's Creek with Jonathan Creek.
I think that happened in the first episode.
Bugsy Malone.
This would be just a gangster flick. I love it.
I'm surprised I had to scroll so far down for this.
This is the definitive answer. Also, Happy Cake Day.
Now there's a remake I wanna see.
Willy Wonka.
You mean Saw? Edit. Hey, but why? Of all the comments I've made over the past 2 years, why is this the first one to get gold?
I was looking specifically for this comment.
Mrs. Doubtfire would have an extra layer of weirdness. You have Robin Williams' character pretending to be an old woman to his kids that are played by adults.
Would be especially weird that there would be custody battles for fully grown adult children too.
I'm imagining a grown woman playing the 5-year-old very sternly stating, "We're his goddamn kids too." Quote dot.
Look who's talking.
Came here to say this. A bunch of grown actors talking like people. A must-see.
Heavyweights would be really weird. Ben Stiller yelling at a group of adults at a fat camp until eventually they revolt. Capture him, and hold him in an electrified cage.
Lunch has been cancelled due to lack of hustle. Deal with it.
I always forget that movie exists until I see a reference. Then it's like a flood of nostalgia because I only watched it in theaters as a kid once.
Baby Geniuses. Because that would actually make it somewhat entertaining and an actually decent movie.
John Voight was in that movie.
The montage in the mall and the stupid slapstick in the stairs was fucking great. Christopher Lloyd also looks like he wants to just jump off the soundstage at any given moment. Kim Cattrall also clearly had a blast in that film.
This is a neat concept. Kinda like Shakespearean times when men played the role of women. I guess I'd watch Spy Kids. Lol.
I mean, he'd still go into a room filled with midgets younglings and slaughter every single one of them.
Home Alone. A vicious tale of one adult attempting to murder 2 others.
I mean, like, to be fair, they're breaking into his parents' house which he still lives in for some reason.
Kevin's finding it difficult to move out with all that student debt.
Lord of the Flies.
Stranger Things sounds like fun. A bunch of adults riding their tiny bikes and dress up for Halloween.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel, and above all, have an excellent day you marvelous people.